If you've been following me on Wager Talk TV, you may or may not have noticed that my free pick videos for Thursday night football so far this season are still absolutely 100% perfect. And we're going to take a look at the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. Philadelphia will be a 7.5-point favorite. The total sits at 40.5. Right off the hop, I'm looking at that number of 7.5. Looks pretty steep in a game that's projected to see just 40.5 points. The Eagles are 4-1, but you really got to wonder how they got to 4 wins when you dig under the hood and look at the numbers. They rank 30th in the NFL in total offense. They're only averaging 262 yards per game. They rank 25th in the NFL in rushing, averaging just 99.8 yards per game. Saquon Barkley, the leading rusher from last year, just 3.2 yards per carry, 267 yards and 3 touchdowns. A.J. Brown has been rather disgruntled. He's been posting cryptic posts on X, complaining about his lack of targets. He's using Bible verses that's synonymous with being underappreciated, and there's been trade rumors. But apparently, Saquon and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts have talked it over this week, and they're all good to go. I'm a little bit skeptical. Speaking of Jalen Hurts, he's averaging a career-low 6.4 yards per attempt. His touchdown-to-interception ratio is 7 touchdowns and no picks is still pretty good, but he's averaging just 178 yards per game this season, down from 194 yards per game last year. But perhaps the biggest issue heading into a road game at New York is that the Eagles rank 25th versus the run. They're allowing 4.7 yards per carry and 127 yards per game on the ground. That might not bode well against a Giants team when all they want to do is run. But before we talk about the New York Giants, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com. For a limited time, you can get 30 days all-access NFL, and we'll throw in college football and CFL for free. And I've been cooking with fire with my NFL plays for clients this season. 23-7, 77% overall. College football hasn't been quite as good. CFL, though, has been very good. The number one CFL handicapper at Wager Talk dating back to 2020. And the CFL playoffs are right around the corner. I was 100% perfect in the CFL playoffs last year. As always, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button. And if you've got anything to say to me about this game or any other NFL game this week, or even college football, please hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Even if it's nasty, I don't mind. Let's take a look at what people have been saying in the comments this week. We'll start with GT4542 for life. And he says, better team, better coach, better quarterback, getting 10.5, easy. Don't bet against Pavia. And this is so inaccurate, I have to wonder if he's being sarcastic. Better team, better coach, better quarterback. None of those 3 things are true. I did do my own videos on this game, and I gave out Alabama minus the 10.5. I did say if you like Vandy, bet them for the first half, but I think Alabama will run away with it in the end. This was a comment on Teddy's video, but I thought it was so shockingly off that I wanted to share it with everybody. Now, I know some Vandy bettors are going to say that it was lucky that Alabama scored late, but that was actually part of the handicap. I did say if they get an opportunity to run up the score late, they're going to take it in a revenge game, and that's exactly what happened. Let's get into another comment here. What's up with Ross? He just disappeared. Scary. Well, I talked to Ross on the phone this week, and Ross, the boss, is doing just fine. He's been a little bit under the weather, but he hasn't prevented him from winning, let me tell you. He's still number 1 at Wager Talk over the last 30 days. I see he's got a play up for $5 Tuesday. Ross, the boss, is back. He'll be back doing videos shortly, and I hope that's the case because I know when Ross isn't doing videos, my comment section is flooded with comments like this, "Where's Ross?" rather than, "Hey, thanks, Jesse, for the picks." But I understand Ross the Boss is a superstar at Wager Talk TV, and he deserves every bit of it. Now let's get back into this free play video. We'll talk about the New York Giants. The Giants are coming off a 26-14 loss at New Orleans. Just a comedy of errors. They turned the ball over on 5 consecutive possessions. Both Jackson Dart and Cam Scatabo losing fumbles in that game. Jackson Dart threw for 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. You got to know anytime Jackson Dart is attempting 40 passes, you're probably going to be in trouble. We've actually cashed in some decent money with Cam Scatabo lately. We had his rush receiving yards prop last Sunday. We had it in the game against the Chargers as well. I am looking closely at the Scatabo props this week. His rushing yards total is probably going to be overpriced, but I want to see it to believe it. But they're not available yet, and I believe the reason for that is Tyrone Tracy is practicing, and he might return on Thursday night to face the Eagles. And it'll be interesting to see who gets the bulk of the carries, or if they split them evenly, or if Scatabo holds on to that RB1 position. But for the time being, we don't have any action on Scatabo props. But one prop I am looking at is Jackson Dart. His passing yards total sits at 178.5. Now, Dart threw 40 passes last week. They were losing big. They were trying to get back into the game. In his first game at home against the Chargers, he threw for just 111 yards on 13 of 20 passing. I'm going to say he's probably going to attempt less than 30 passes in this game. And the Giants will probably look to take advantage of that Philly defense that ranks 25th against the run, allowing 4.7 yards per carry and 127 yards per game. Perhaps Tyrone Tracy and Cam Scatabo getting the bulk of the action in this game. Jackson Dart as well, an effective runner. And really, he's not as effective as a passer. So, and they're banged up at receiver as well. Neighbors is gone. A few other guys are banged up. So definitely like the under 178 passing yards. The Giants rank 29th against the run themselves. They can't stop the run. They're allowing 5.3 yards per carry, which would maybe entice you to want to take Saquon's rushing yards total over, but it's sitting at 82.5. So they're hardly giving it away there. His anytime touchdown priced at 160, but I don't bet on anytime touchdowns in games unless the total is 48 or higher, a total of 40.5 with a low projected points total. I just don't see any value taking the anytime touchdown. So we're going to stick with the New York Giants getting 7.5 points as a home dog. We're going to take Jackson Dart under 178.5 passing yards. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you've got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you hit me up in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.